Hey guys, welcome back to my channel where I talk about the NWSL, women's soccer, just soccer, only soccer. It is February 1st, you guys, which means it's day one of preseason for the NWSL teams and players. Players are returning to their teams and getting ready to train and prep for the season. And you know what's crazy? Preseason almost didn't happen. Before I get into that though, I want to add that this is going to be a very busy month for women's soccer. The U.S. women's national team has the She Believes Cup coming up, and we can probably expect the camp roster for that in the upcoming weeks. In response to the She Believes Cup, England is going to be hosting the first Arnold Clark Cup. Much like the She Believes Cup, the Arnold Clark Cup is going to feature 4 teams. These teams are England, Canada, Spain, and Germany. God, I wish I was in England right now. This competition is great for England, Spain, and Germany, because this allows for more practice in what can be expected leading up to the Women's Euros. Anyway, the Arnold Clark Cup is going to run from February 17th to the 23rd, which are actually the same dates for the She Believes Cup. I kind of want to watch the Arnold Clark Cup more. Hopefully there will be a way to watch those games. Anyway, going back to the NWSL, preseason has officially started today, February 1st, and as I said earlier, that almost didn't happen. And the reason why is because of this. From the NWSL's Players Association on January 25th, 2022, 1 week ago, since March 2021, we have negotiated in good faith with the NWSL to secure the first CBA in a U.S. professional women's soccer league. We are now 7 days from the start of Season 10 with no contract in place. The NWSL and the Board of Governors have our final proposals and can vote to agree to a contract that values and protects us as players and moves the league in the direction we all know it deserves to go. It is time, NWSL, #contract_now. For those of you who may not know what a CBA is, I got you. I found a very simple and general definition of a CBA from shrm.org, link below, and it reads: a collective bargaining agreement, CBA, is a written legal contract between an employer and a union representing the employees. The CBA is the result of an extensive negotiation process between the parties regarding topics such as wages, hours, and terms and conditions of employment. Going back to the NWSL, players in the NWSL Players Association were demanding a CBA to be put in place and finalized with the deadline of February 1st. At the time of posting the original message, it was January 25th, meaning the NWSL and the Board of Governors had a week to negotiate things with the Players Association. No CBA, no players showing up for work. No CBA, no preseason, or no 2022 season for that matter. No CBA equals player strike. Players and the NWSL Players Association were indeed ready to go on strike if a CBA wasn't put in place by the February 1st deadline. The #ContractNow made its rounds on Twitter as fans and organizations tried to get the NWSL to give players their CBA agreement. During this time, the NWSL was keeping quiet. As the days and hours started ticking away, Monday, January 31st rolled around, and there was still nothing from the NWSL or the Players Association. All was quiet. Fans and players were worried about a possible player strike looming around the corner. While going for my nightly workout and run, I was even convinced that my video for February 1st was going to be me talking about the NWSL players striking for their rights and safety. But then it finally happened, you guys. On January 31st at exactly 8:40 p.m., yes, I had the time, the NWSL Players Association announced that they ratified the first collective bargaining agreement in NWSL history. The messages from the Players Association reads: NWSLPA ratifies historic first CBA in women's soccer history. Tonight, the NWSL Players Association ratified the first ever collective bargaining agreement in NWSL history. Subject to approval by the NWSL Board of Governors, players will report to preseason camp tomorrow with the safety, security, and protections of a collectively bargained contract that sets NWSL on a positive trajectory for the future. From our inception, the Players Association has put players first. Our mission in this historic CBA was to put this same philosophy at the center of NWSL's future with the amount of care and attention that we have given this process since fall 2020. We are proud that players can confidently enter the 10th season of the NWSL in a better position than ever before. NWSLPA President Tori Huster. The strength, resilience, and solidarity of this extraordinary group of players and people is what secured this landmark agreement. Players drove every decision in this process. Over more than 40 bargaining sessions, these players stood strong and stood together right up to the moment of ratification. This is a historic moment not only for our sport and our league, but for all working people who stand up and stand together. NWSLPA Executive Director, Megan Burke. Now we're going to look at some of the things that were included and negotiated in the CBA. These include compensation, 160% increase in minimum salary to $35K with 4% year-over-year increases. Stepladder increases in 2022 salaries to protect players above the minimum in 2021. 401k plan with matching contributions from league commencing in 2023. Minimum standards for housing stipends. Free agency. Free agency starting in 2023 for players with a minimum of 6 service years. Free agency starting in 2024 for players with a minimum of 5 service years. Restricted free agency starting in 2024 for players with 3 service years. 4-week severance pay plus 30 days housing and health insurance for waived players. Player safety. Robust workers' comp coverage. Up to 6 months paid mental health leave. 8 weeks paid parental leave, birth or adoption. Clean private nursing facilities for parents. Professional minimum staffing standards for healthcare professionals. No more playing on fields that require substantial conversion to the dimensions of a soccer field. That's exactly how it sounds. So no playing on fields that need to be converted into a soccer field. The NWSL Players Association will make the entirety of the ratified collective bargaining agreement publicly available on its website in the upcoming weeks. The NWSL Players Association is grateful to our brothers and sisters in the labor movement who paved the way for us to get here, and to our fans and partners for their unwavering support. We want to especially thank our legal team of Deb Willig, Jessica Caggiano, and Larry Goodman of Willig, Williams, and Davidson. To the players who came before us, we stand on your shoulders. We hope we made you proud. And this is the part where we all rejoice and celebrate. This isn't the whole CBA, but the points mentioned here were probably the things players were really fighting and pushing for. I really like that 6 months paid mental health leave for the players. I'm ecstatic that mental health is being taken so seriously. I'm also happy about the pay increase for the players. This is awesome. I am so relieved that the players were finally able to get the CBA. Now they can return to their teams and start preseason and the rest of the 2022 season safe and protected. That being said, that is all I have for you guys today or tonight. Congrats to the players. Happy CBA Day, as other fans are calling it. And I'll see you all in the next one. Later.